Hello and welcome back. My name is Marcus Cruz, speaking to you on behalf of JoshuaCasper.com. Today I'll be demonstrating the sampled instrument Joshua Bell Violin by the excellent team over at Embertone.com. Before we get into it, let's take a quick listen to what this instrument can do, and be sure to focus on that large circle in the middle of the display that will respond dynamically in real time to my performance. That was the sound of a twice stolen $15 million 1713 Stradivari violin and a late 18th century bow, played by the Oscar-winning violinist Joshua Bell and sampled by Embertone. The instrument is NKS ready, meaning full integration for the complete control keyboard and machine, as you can see by the coloured keys on the bottom half of the contact player. The blue keys are the range of the violin, from G2 to G6. The remaining keys are used for live control of the expression of the instrument. The red keys are latching, the yellow keys are momentary, and the green keys are instant. The main window is broken into three elements, being style, real-time performance feedback, and an easeability to customize the interface. In the center, we have our performance indicator, which is our main focus of the instrument. It is responsive to your playing. It will demonstrate articulation via text and musical notation. It will show the dynamic, and it will show any other markings such as con sordino, sul ponte, and tasto. It also doubles as a button to select any articulation and also purge them from memory. Let's take a quick listen to a little piece that will demonstrate these articulations, and I'll be playing the green and yellow keys alongside our blue keys. To the left of our main display, we have our dynamic slider, which controls the dynamics and intensity throughout the instrument, and you will notice it change along with the articulation in the center of the screen. It can be set to either MIDI CC or velocity. To the right, we have vibrato, which is controlled by the mod wheel by default. At 50% and above, we hear the natural vibrato recorded of Joshua Bell. At 50% and below, we will hear non-vibrato samples that we can then add a scripted vibrato to by using our mod wheel or any other MIDI input. To the bottom left, we have a mix control for the wet and dry signal of the reverb, a button to turn polyphony on and off, and to the furthest right, we have our settings and information. Let's take a quick listen to polyphony. This is our articulation window. It has all the articulations within the instrument that we can immediately access by clicking on one of these squares or the markings above. We can purge samples from memory by clicking on the square in the right-hand corner, and any articulations that have an alternative will demonstrate this by having a little drop-down arrow in the right-hand corner. Let's take a quick listen to some of these articulations. Any of these articulations are available via the modifier keys on your keyboard. Let's take a look at our remaining articulations that are contour sustains. Finally, let's take a look at our markings on the top. If we head over to the character page, we are presented with 6 EQs that are available to alter the tone of the instrument, as well as 8 convolution IR reverb impulses. Natural is the unfiltered tone that was recorded with Joshua Bell, and the remaining are slight variations that have been EQ'd. That was with the reverb down. Bring the reverb back up and let's take a listen to our IRs. The intuition page has a set of controls that helps us make the instrument seem more human and less like a computer. These are the default settings that have been set up by Embertone, so you can see they've already set this to where they believe will make the instrument sing, but you have complete control over it. For example, the first control, slur and bow variants, will control the proportion of bow changes to slurs, just like a real violinist would switch between those two depending on what note he plays. The second one alternates between non-vibrato and natural vibrato samples. Then we have constant dynamic movement, which will create a natural dynamic arc that we can control. The next 3 are instability controls, which will affect the tuning instability of a note, because that is not perfect on a fretless instrument that is being played by a human, and that adds to the beauty of the instrument. Finally, we have our multi-stop attacks, which will control how initial chords or multi-stops are utilized by the instrument. The control page allows us to choose a keyboard layout or create our own. We can edit the presets and change the way the controller responds to us to personalize our instrument. If we take a look at Legato Slur, we can see that it has 2 triggers. It will either be triggered by a key switch at C#2 with a MIDI range of 1 to 127, or by the speed at which we play, and that is set here in milliseconds. We also have control over the behavior of the key switch, whether it is a latching control or a non-latching control. We have other triggers available to us. We also have velocity, MIDI CC, pitch bend, speed, and on some of these triggers, we also have aftertouch. We have further control in our settings page, where we can disable legato if we would like to save RAM. We can disable release samples, which is an extra sample that's played when we release the note to create a more natural sound. We can remove the pizz resonance, which is natural resonance that occurs when a violinist plays pizzicato. We can control the round robin, whether it is sequenced or random. We have control over the scripted vibrato speed and the global lag window, which is how long the instrument waits before we play a key to see what we're going to do. For example, if I play a modifier key and then a regular blue note, there's a certain amount of lag for the instrument to identify what's going to happen. Finally, we have our dynamics table, where we can control the curve of our velocity to better match our own playing style. And we have the range, which will affect the dynamic range of the volume of the instrument. Thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Marcus Cruz on behalf of JoshuaCasper.com and Embertone. I would recommend this instrument in a heartbeat to anybody who needs a high quality sampled instrument or anybody who needs a solo violin. Keep a lookout for what Embertone will be doing in the future. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Take a look at the links below for information on how to purchase this product and further reviews.